Shalom, shalom. All praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash, the honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and all the Akim out there that be pushing this truth with nothing but sincerity in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So, this article came out, right? It says, physicians have detected a ghost particle at CERN for the first time. And a long time ago, the brother had to sit down with me about CERN, right? Because I didn't know about this facility, but he told me all about it. And that Hadron Collider, the thing that was pretty much up here, that orange thing that you see above where it says inverse, um, that's pretty much the biggest machine that is trying to, it's faster than light speed though, and it tries to capture any dark matter, which is hypothetical forms. So dark matter is something that you can't see. And matter, of course, matter is solid, liquid, and gas. So you can see that, like a water bottle, right? Water bottle, the plastic is solid. Then the inside of it is the liquid, which is the water, and then it's the gas. So those are the elements of the which is atoms of the was elements of the matter. You know what I mean? But like I said, the dark matter, which the CERN, they do have a little small portion of dark matter, but it's so powerful. You know what I mean? It's like I said, you can't see it though. It's dark matter. It's pretty much what's out in the in the space though. In the universe or in space. So they said a ghost particle at CERN for the first time. See, but this is something what they call is a hypothetical form. So hypothetical, right? It means, so let's say I'm with someone, right, and we pull up to the gas station, and I tell that someone, hey, I'm about to go into the store, put $20 on pump 7. So that just means speaking hypothetically to that person, though, even though I haven't done the action yet, but I'm just letting them know. You know what I mean? So these what they're capturing. These ghost particles, what they're capturing these hypothetical forms, though. So reads a little bit. They do, however, hold secrets that could unlock the very origins of matter itself from the universe's first moments, which is all bullshit, though. So today that's what I wanted to speak upon. The because these scientists want to believe about the Big Bang theory, and it's I think it's two things though. Slakia, it's one of them is gas and the other one is something else that they together and created this Big Bang, and that started the universe, which is all bullshit though. So like today I just wanted to break down pretty much some of the first chapter of Genesis. How it all began. Was Genesis means the beginning. So it says these particles are incredibly difficult to detect, but that could be soon be changing. For the first time, scientists have shown that particles colliders like those at CERN can be used to detect these operations in droves. See, so for the tau neutrino in particular, this could bring their total detected counted from only a handful of thousands. So they're on to something though. But that's what I was talking about, the Hadron Collider, um, like the thing that looks like a big time machine. So that machine works so that it's trying to capture it's trying to capture dark matter. That's why these scientists spent thousands of millions of dollars, or not the scientists though. They're the ones the conductors. But it's these people that have the money, put money into this machine though. So because they're trying to be like God, they're trying to be like the Most High. So that's the thing, man. They're trying to be like the Most High, but they can't be the Most High. The Most High is allowing these scientists to do what they're doing. You know what I mean? So it's all in the Most High's plans, though. Remember, this is the Most High's movie, though. Each of us have a scripture, though. Each of us have a scripture, though. So yeah, these scientists, man. This is into each another nearly speed of light, like I was saying. As a result of these collisions, a subatomic particles such as quark and boson are shed and caught by detectors like Atlas neutrinos have always been part of this process, but until this point, there haven't been any experiments designed to detect them. Yeah, so these, it's the protons, the periodic table, it's the protons, the neutrons, like pretty much positive and negative. But that's for another lesson, you know what I mean? So today, I wanted to speak upon, the first book, Genesis, the first chapter, speak a little bit of it. So let me just. So these scientists, right? They want to say the Big Bang theory, right? And that's how the universe started, though. But it didn't start like that. There's more spiritual. It was more the Most High did. You know what I mean? And so let's get the first chapter, first verse, right? And it says, "In the beginning, God created heaven and the earth," which God is actually speaking of Yahweh Shai and the angels, because the word God means Alahayim, which means powers, which means judges. And then you can see that in the blue letter. I'll just show you real quick. Yeah, because this is not talking about the Most High. This is talking about Yahweh Shai and His angels. So these are the definitions, right? Which is plural, right? It means rulers. That's the word God, right? See, it means rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, gods. You see, so judges, rulers, angels. So so like it sees these with the first chapter and the first verse, what it was talking about, it was Yahweh Shai and the angels created the heaven and earth. You know, because the Most High, He was the architect, and the Yahweh Shai and angels were the ones that were the construction laborers. You know what I mean? They're the laborers. They're the ones that actually were making the earth though, and the heaven. You see, and second verse, like today, like I said, I'm here just break down a little bit, break down the majority, pretty much, of the first chapter. This is Genesis 1 and 2, and the earth was without form and void. So without form, right? It was a formless state. As in, for example, you get a box of puzzle, right? And then you open up the box and you put all the puzzles onto the table, and the pieces are all over, right? So that's what it means, though. The earth was formed. It wasn't form. I mean, it wasn't. It was formless. It was like pieces of the puzzle all over, scattered, and that's what that means. Um, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep, and that deep is space. Yep, that deep is space. And it says, um, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And the waters, and the waters, um, actually represents the 92 elements, the natural elements. You see, because like I said, moved upon the face of the waters, which was the periodic table. You see, there's actually more than 92, of course, elements, but the natural elements we're speaking of here is 92. You know what I mean? So that's what the waters represents, though. You know what I mean? Because let me look at Psalms. I know it's 135. I think it's 4. Oh, it's actually a 7. But that was a good one too. 4. It says, He causes the vapors to ascend, which the matter, um, like I said, there was liquid, solid, and gas, right? To ascend. To ascend means to go up from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings for the rain. He bringeth wind out of his treasuries. You see, so this is the Most High. You know what I mean? He maketh lightnings for the rain. He has sent the vapors from the ends of the earth, though. So we're talking about the Most High here. You know what I'm saying, though? And then there's another scripture, the elements, what talks about in the book of Peter's about the burning of. Well, I'll just get it though, real quick. I know it's in the book of Peter's. Oh yeah, see, there it is. Second book of Peter's 3:12. Looking for and hasting into the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with the fervent heat. So that's talking about the nuclear destruction that's coming, that's gonna melt the elements, which is anything that's of matter here. You know what I mean? In Babylon. So that's what it means, because it says looking for and hasting, which hurry, and to the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall be melt with the fervent heat. That's talking about the nukes, man, coming over here and melting everything, which is the elements, which is what we spoke about. I spoke about the matter. You know what I mean? Select it real quick. I gotta do something. Select it. So yeah, so that's talking about melting the. It's gonna be the elements are gonna be melted by the heat. You know. So let's go back to Genesis 1. You know. Now let's go to 3, and it says, "And God, which is Yahweh Shah and the angels, said, let there be light, and there was light." And that's pretty much the light causing the elements to light up right here, on the earth. And it says he called night and the even yes. And he said, let there be light, and there was light. That's the light upon the elements. And God saw the light that it was good. Saw the what I mean? And God divided the light from the darkness. So that was, of course, the sun from the moon, you know what I mean? And it says, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. So that's what it says too, you know what I mean? And the evening was the first, evening. That's why when the sun goes down and the moon comes up, that's the actual first day, you know what I mean? And it says, and the morning were the first day. So the first day, which resembles in Yahweh, is actually 1,000. To us, is 1,000, but to the Most High, that's a day. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's 1,000 years for us, though, but to the Most High, that's just only a day, just one day. And it tells you that in, I think, yeah, it's actually in the Second Peter's, I think the 8th chapter. Yeah, see? But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as a one day. See what I just pretty much said. Now going back to just Genesis 1:6. And God said, let there be a firmament, which that firmament is the ozone. Is the ozone is that radiation belt around the earth, though. And in the midst of the waters, and that divide the waters from the waters. So you see, so that firmament, just remember, it's the ozone. It's the radiation belt that's surrounding the earth, though. You know what I mean? Because there's a thing called celestial and terrestrial. Celestial is portraying to the sky, with the birds, the fowls, and everything. And terrestrial means the earth of earth, because us If we were to go up in the sky, the higher we the higher we go, the harder for us to breathe though, because the air more up in the sky is more thinner. So that's why the birds and everything are celestial because they're able to fly into the sky, the heaven. And us though we would have gone up there. It's more harder for us though because the air is more thinner. So it's harder on us to breathe though. That's why we can't. That's why when Esau goes up into space though, they gotta wear all that protection and things like that because if they were in space without that protection, fucking heads probably explode or something, you know. And it says so like I said, everything else is self-explanatory. You know what I mean? So as in God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament, and from the waters were above the firm and which were the above, and it was so. It says, and God called the firmament heaven, which firmament is it's a compact place where everything's held in though. You know what I mean? Also, and God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. So that's what I mean, talking about you know let the dry land appear, and it was so. So that's talking about pretty much the land that we see now, though. You know what I mean? It was actually put together, And it says, and God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together the waters called the seas, though. So that's what I was talking about. So pretty much what we see now, you know what I mean? And so everything else is self-explanatory, you know what I mean? And the earth brought forth grass and herb, yielding seed after his kind. Seeds are, the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was it in itself after his kind, and God saw that it was good. So the seed after his kind, that means we're not supposed to mingle with the other different seeds, though. If you got apple seed, you're not supposed to mingle it with another type of seed, Every seed for the fruit is supposed to be natural, you know what I mean? But Esau does what he does the best, though, you know what I mean? Fucking mad scientist, but that just goes to show you, you're not supposed to put two seeds together, And like I said, everything else is self-explanatory though. And wanted to make a point on Genesis 1:20. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature, which is the man and woman that hath life and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of the heaven." So the moving creatures, they're actually the man and woman. You know what I mean? They want to say Adam was the first human or whatever, first man, but he was the first living soul. You know what I mean? He was the actual first living soul, and it tells there's a precept on Psalms about that. But these moving creatures, they're actually like men and women, though. You know what I mean? So like I said, everything else is, what I mean, self-explanatory though. And it's in 26 says, and God said, let us make man in our image, which is that plural, after our likeness, and let them have domain over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the earth, air, and over the cattle, and over the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. You see, so that's what I'm saying though. Everything else you read is self-explanatory. You know what I mean? But the first ones, like I'm not saying, these are important ones right here. You know what I mean? To when of course, the whole chapter is important, of course, you know what I mean? But the first, I just wanted to speak a little bit upon the, what's it called? Because, scientists believe in, evolution, that people came from there were little worms in the water, then the little worms grew legs, got out of the water, started walking upward like lizards and shit, and then became monkeys, and monkeys became into the Homo sapiens, caveman, and then it was us. You know what I mean? And that's just bullshit. So today I just want to speak upon that though, just the actual that whole Big Bang theory it's a theory, you know what I mean? It's not true. You know what I'm saying? So with that, hopefully this video was edifying. Until the next one I say, Shalom.